Our next speaker, a round of applause for her, please. She will introduce herself to us. You're welcome, ma'am.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I mean, is it afternoon? This is a little weird for me. I usually prefer to have a microphone, walk around, engage with the audience. I feel like I'm giving an Obama speech, which is not quite the thing. So if I misbehave and start walking there, just bear with me. I've already warned you guys. So good afternoon, everyone. The energy here is so, I don't know, it's not popping. Yes, as in, please, can you just give yourself a round of applause at least? Thank you. Aren't you excited to be here? You're excited to be here, so act like it now. Act like you're having fun, act like you're learning, act like you're happy. Please, me, I'm a women empowerment advocate, and everywhere I am where there are amazing women, I'm always excited. You're learning so much today, so please, at least if it's just for my sake, smile. So I'm looking at people that are smiling. Fantastic. Okay, so my name is Gloria. I'm the founder of the Inspired by Gloria Academy, where I teach career women how to network so that they can get the recognition they deserve, earn more money, and climb the corporate ladder. I'm also the founder of 9 to 5 Chick Career Network for Women, where I help ambitious women like yourself get the tools to thrive and succeed in the workplace, while also helping companies to identify, train, and retain top female talent. So that's what I do for a living, women. And I'm excited to be here today. Thank you guys for inviting me. I had some slides, but I think I have my notes here, so I'm just going to speak from my notes. So today I'm going to be teaching you or talking about how to network in a way to attract customers and also showcase your value. And I think that's so important. But before I go to that, I want to ask a question, right? So I'm going to mention 3 teams. Tell me which team you belong to. The first one is Team Self-Made. If you believe you're in this team, please just raise up your hand. You're Team Self-Made, you're a Miss Independent Woman, you're making your money, you don't need nobody, everything. Please raise up your hand with pride. Don't be shy. Raise up your hand. Let us see you. My sister in the back with the white top, and raise your hand very well. Thank you. Okay, another one, Team No New Friends. Team No New Friends, please, I can't deal with all these people that I meet today. They always betray me. My friends, I need the ones I met in secondary school. Those are my bosom friends. Please raise up your hand. Okay, fantastic. Then the next final one is Team I Need People. I know I need people to survive. I know, okay. Some people are double counting. Some people raise their hands for all 3. Well, so the truth about it is that I realize that when it comes to networking really is a word to describe building relationships. And relationships are so important. Before we even get into business and succeeding in business, the truth about it is that research after research has told us that people are happier when they are in relationships. And I don't mean romantic relationships, but when they are connected to others, right? So relationships are very, very important. And the truth about it also is, in this economy we are living in these times we are living in, people will need to know you, like you, and trust you before they buy from you. A lot of us business women, we don't have the money, we don't have the capital to do big campaigns that will penetrate everywhere. So you need to depend on relationships with your customers if they're going to buy from you. Okay, so me, I'm a team, I need people. I need people to buy from me. Abi, is it a machine? Even though they are doing AI, is it machine that used to pay you? Even the ATM is somebody that puts money inside the ATM for you to collect your money. It's somebody that will still sign the check. So me, I am team, I need people. Okay, so I want to tell you a story. So today, what I'm going to be teaching you today is how to network strategically. How to have your goals, your business goals at the back of your mind so that when you are networking, because a lot of times people come for events. So like if I ask you guys now, do you know the person sitting beside you? If I say, oh, the person behind you, do you know that person? Look, the person sitting beside you in 2 years can have the answers to your problems. You've met them today, but 2 years from now you have a problem and you've not connected with them. You can't ask them for their help. I've met people at networking events who have become my prayer partners, who have introduced me to people I need to meet, who have given me new business. So it's very important that as women we are building and connecting with people, not just for our business, but also for our sense of self, a sense of confidence. I started teaching about networking because I was at a point of transition in my life where I felt like I had done everything everybody wanted me to do. I had gone to school, I had gotten the good grades, I had gotten the amazing job, but I wasn't fulfilled. So what I did was I started meeting with different women that I thought were just excellent, women that inspired me, women that I felt were doing something amazing with their lives. And I started interviewing them and just learning from them. And then from learning from these women, I too now started to create the world I wanted for myself. So this is why relationships are important. They help us to see further into the future. They tell us about opportunities, and they also give us that confidence boost when we need it. So I'm going to tell you a story. Early last year, because it's sweet to say founder, but the truth is that if you own a business and your business is not making money, you are not a founder. You have a hobby. You are the CEO of your personal hobby. So early last year, I said to myself, Gloria, it's like you are becoming the CEO of this hobby. It's either this business makes money or you go back to 9 to 5. It's one of the two. And so I started to look at the people I knew and the people I was hanging around with. And I found out that a lot of the people, even though I knew a lot of people, I didn't know people who could sign the check. I didn't know people in companies who could make that executive decision to support my business. So I said, okay, I need to change my network. Yes, my group of friends, they're amazing and all of that. But the truth about it is that, apart from saying, go girl, my account balance was not reflecting. So what I did was very simple. I started telling people I knew. I was like, look, I'm looking for networks or events that have executive women in them. And so one day I was sitting down and I got an email from one of my friends, Stephanie. She sent me this email and she's like, oh, this is one of the events. It was a mentorship event for women. And it had different executive women as mentors. And the idea of the event was that you could go there and speak to them, ask them questions, and build relationships from there. So I said, okay, let me go for this event. So what I did was, they had about 10 people that were going to be mentors, and I did my research on these women. I found that, in fact, I read their LinkedIn profile, I Googled them to see what interviews they had done in the past. I found out which ones that were members of WIMBIZ or had supported other women empowerment projects in the past. Because I realized that those ones, for them, my business would be a soft sell. It wouldn't be a hard sell because they are already in the women impact space. And so I walked in, and because obviously I had Googled them, I knew their pictures, so I knew who I wanted to talk to. This was not Mogbomoya. I already knew this one, I need you, this one, okay. And I introduced myself to a particular lady, and as soon as I introduced myself to her, she said, oh, I think I need your services. Cut a long story short, we exchanged details. I emailed her for 3 months before she replied me. So you would think she said, oh, I need your services, and automatically we went out and we lived happily ever after. No, Senepa, I had to be patient. So I emailed her, and my point is this with this, even though I'm going to distill the lessons from my talk later on. My point here is this: a lot of times you email someone and they don't reply, and automatically you're like, I knew it, all these women safe. They don't help younger ones. They don't want us younger ones to grow. People are busy. People are not thinking about you. People have school runs, they have to pay their bills. They are not on their mind. So if you want to be on their mind, be persistent, hold your heart in your chest and keep at it. So what did I do? And then a lot of times I get emails from people and they're like, please, I'm just a gentle reminder on the email I sent to you 2 weeks ago. Excuse me, am I owing you money? Why are you telling me about the time scale in which I replied you or which I haven't replied? Just send a simple email. Oh, hello, we met at so-and-so event. I sent an email. It'd be great to reconnect with you. I really enjoyed the conversation we had. It'd be great to reconnect with you. Anyway, fast forward, 3 months later, I had a meeting with her in her office, and she gave me 2 contracts that tripled my revenue for the year. In fact, it was just amazing. And from there, I got other opportunities that also helped to increase the revenues for my business. So I want to ask you a question. Was that luck or was that strategy? In fact, no. Was that luck, was it prayer, or was it strategy? Strategy. Because a lot of times we are praying. Prayer is very good, but you got to leave that church, you got to go out there, you got to make that money. Okay, so what about you? Let me ask you, do you know the people you need now to succeed in your business? Raise up your hand. If I was to ask you, who are the people you need now to succeed in your business, do you know who they are? Okay, it's a little silence. Let me ask the question. Okay, somebody raise their hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Do you know where they are and where they go? Okay, same person. Do you know how to connect with them? Same person. So only one person in this room. Hey, this is trouble. Okay. Sorry? Yes, please.
It's me. I believe that I show up for myself, and that's what a lot of women don't do. Good morning, everyone. That's a lot of things women don't do. The power, I'm sorry,
No, please,
but
carry
the
on.
power is in you. No, like as long as you want it, nobody can stop you. As long as you're hungry for it, nobody can stop you. As long as you're not ashamed for it, nobody can stop you. So the reason why I know her is because she's standing right here. And she shows up for me every single day. I show up for myself. If I have to beg, if I have to stand on the road to sell my clothes, I give myself a time. When I make clothes, I make 100 or 150. I give myself a time limit. I tell myself I have 5 days. If I have to stand on that road to hold my jersey, I am apologetic about my business. So you have to show up.
Thank you very much. It's important that we show up for ourselves and we believe in ourselves. That's very important because a lot of times what holds us back from building relationships is that as women, we feel we are being judged. We think, oh, I'm not good enough. What value do I have? How can I enter this room with all these executive women? How would they? All of these things are in our minds. And when I teach about networking, one of the first things I do is teach about a mindset shift. It's very important that you begin to own your own power. And not just own your own power in terms of, that's a cool slang to say now, but understand your strengths. Understand the values you bring to the table. But we'll talk about that as we go on. So I want us to do a quick exercise now, really quick. There are 3 types of connections, right? Friends and family. The next is operational contacts. So those are people that your day-to-day, you talk to them for day-to-day things. And then strategic contacts. Strategic contacts are people that help you to envision your future and also give you the tools, resources, and support to achieve that future, right? Now, I want you to think of 5 to 10 people that you've spoken to within the last 6 months about your career or your business, right? Just think about 5 to 10 people. Can you just write them down quickly on your notepad or mentally think about them? I'll give you a minute to do that. Okay, so are you guys done? 5 to 10 names. 5 to 10 names. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, beside these names, write down if they are friends and family, if they are operational contacts, or if they are strategic contacts. So I'll define that again for you. Friends and family, obviously you know what those are. Operational contacts are people that day to day you talk to them, you're connected with them day to day. Strategic are people that help you to envision your future and give you the support, resources, and the tools to achieve that future. Okay? Right. Now let me ask, how many people had, first of all, how many people had up to 5 people that we talked to about our business? Raise up your hand if you had up to 5 people. Okay? Okay. Did you have up to 10 people? Okay. So already, normally when I do this exercise in my class, what I tell them is, if you don't have up to 10 people, at least more than 5 people that are talking about your business, it also means that your network is very small, and you have to do more work to increase that network. Okay. How many people had friends and family? Over 50% were friends and family. And if you're even a married woman, your own is even worse because your children and your husband will be on that list. Okay. No, please raise up your hand. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay. 50% was friends and family. Okay, how many people had at least 20%, 20 to 30% operational contacts? Usually what happens is that the numbers start to dwindle now as we go ahead. Okay, how many people had at least 2 people strategic contacts? Okay, quite a few. Clap for yourself, please. That's very good, that's very good. Now, these things are important. I'll give you an example. Last year, one of my issues was spiritual growth, and I joined a prayer group. Now, I met friends there who now know about my business, who now told their friends about my business. So for example, if I post something on Instagram and I need people to quickly help me rebroadcast. Now, on that group, we're like 50 women. Imagine 50 women talking about your product. Now, this relationship we've bonded on something that is not about business, but it's about something that we all connect with. So sometimes it's not always about beating people over the head with your business. There are other ways to connect with people to help you achieve or find more customers. Sorry, I'm rushing, but if you have any questions, you can always speak to me later. If we had time today, one of the things I would like to talk about is creating an elevator pitch. How do you introduce yourself? You know, a lot of times you meet women, especially career women sometimes, and you say, oh, I'm a risk officer. Really, unless you're in a room with other risk officers, that introduction doesn't do much for you, right? But if you tell people, oh, I help small businesses introduce sustainable business practices so they don't fail, or something like that. If you're a small business owner, automatically you can locate your problem with that person. And you're just like, oh my God. I'll never forget, I think last year, WinBiz, somebody introduced herself as someone that helps SMEs pay their taxes. You should have seen the way people gathered around her. She ran out of cards, because obviously that's a problem. But if she just came and said, I work for BOI, okay, thanks. Do you understand? So no, but you have to introduce yourself in a way that people know the problem you solve. And also, please use your social media wisely. I'll tell a final story and then I'll leave. I remember when I started blogging, I used to do different blogs and everything, and then I now started, coaching and teaching. So one time I was giving a class on public speaking, and this guy was watching me and everything. So me in my mind, I was like, what's this dude watching me? He was watching me because it was kind of like a place like this with see-through glass. And later on, he came to talk to me, and he's like, oh, I saw you giving this presentation. What was it about? And I told him, and he said, oh, I'm doing. He turned out to be the CEO of a pharmaceutical company, and he wanted me to come and give the same training to his staff. And so he was like, oh, but, I'd like to know more about your products and everything. Do you have a YouTube channel so I can see more about your public speaking skills? And I said, sure. And I was so happy. I was like, thank God I have a YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. And then I now went to my YouTube channel and I saw the things I was posting. What to do when your boo has another boo. How to keep a Nigerian man happy. I say, Mogbe. Now, obviously, if you see the way I quickly scrolled past those ones, and I found one about 5 things Mrs. Ibukun Awushika taught me. I quickly showed him that one. I was like, oh yeah, these are some of the work, things I've done in the past and all of that. I mean, I got the contract, but you get the gist. Yeah, sometimes you're using social media and you're using it the wrong way. Is this serving your business? Okay. So I'm going to close here, but I've been told that I'm still going to be around later on. So if you have any questions and if there's time for me to talk more, I'll take up that opportunity to finish. But thank you so much for listening. I hope you've learned a few things.